Good afternoon. Today is March 28th, and I'm interviewing Mr. Downey for my career research project. I'm researching the career of a orthodontist. Mr. Dowling, do I have your permission to record this interview?
Yes, you do.
The first question is, how is your subject matter related to my career interest of orthodontist?
Okay. Well, being an orthodontist, uh, you're going to be dealing with a lot of science, mostly biology and chemistry, but physics is the base root of all sciences and everywhere. So that means that anything dealing with how your drills, picks, scrapes, X-ray machines work is all based on physics. So learning how the machine, the fundamental principles behind how the machine works allows you to use them far better. Because if you just think of an X-ray machine as a camera and you push a button to take a picture, then you're missing out a lot of information that it can be used for. So you need to understand the basis behind wave pattern and radiation, things like that.
Second question is, how will your class prepare me for my career interest?
Well, that leads like right into the last question. One of the big things is that if you understand the base root of all sciences, which is physics, you'll be able to apply it to any other science. And even though you'll be focusing far more on the chemical and biological sections of physics, like I just said, if you don't know how your X-ray machine works, if you don't know how your drill is supposed to, what RPMs are supposed to be going at, if you don't know those kinds of things, then you're going to have a lot of problems with how you control the tools and how you're able to properly inspect the teeth. Another thing is there's a section called P-Chem, which is physical chemistry, which you will have to take some of in college. It's the physics version of chemistry. So if you know physics, then you can understand physics, P-Chem. And that's what I start you in. I start you in your very first road through physics classes.
The third question is, what makes your class unique in comparison to other classes in Los Angeles?
Okay, well, you might have heard before. I am getting a master's in media education, basically integration of technology in the classroom, which means that I'm building websites that are interactive for you to learn from so that you can learn not only just in my classroom, but outside. You can learn via computer to supplement your education so that you will be able to understand things in a much faster pace and at a far deeper level of understanding.
The fourth question is, how do you implement character education into your class?
All right. I already just want to let you know respect is my number one rule. It's in my rules and it's on the rules in the back of the board. And I've always been strong on this. Is the golden rule, which states if you treat others as you want to be treated. If you show me respect, I show you respect. Because in real life, if you go out and you show disrespect to people just because you think that you can, you will see that the world will turn against you very fast. And in my room, I tell everyone when they come, in my classroom, they start at the same level. I don't know you yet. You haven't done anything to me, good or bad. So all of your future events are what dictate how my attitude towards this class deals with. Those classes that as a whole respect the teacher and do their work, there's more fun activities, extra labs, extra videos, extra events. Those that disrespect and waste time, they lose those privileges. And the same thing happens in life. In work, if you disrespect your boss, you start to lose, and you start to respect him and do what they need. You get more understanding in what you do.
The fifth question is, do you think being an orthodontist is a good job?
It's a great job if it's what you like. That's the key factor I always say to anyone getting a job. You want to look at something that you like doing. You also want to look at how much it pays and whether or not it can support you, but you want to first look at whether or not you like it. And if you like it, then go for it. Because it's a great job, there's always a demand for it, and you can get paid very, very well. It takes a bit of time to get to there, and it takes effort and focus to get to the level of being a doctor. But when you get there, it's very rewarding. So I think it's great.
The sixth question is, how does biology relate to an orthodontist?
Well, biology would relate to an orthodontist because what you're dealing with is a living thing. Teeth are alive, even if they don't seem it. Much like a bone is alive, even if you look at it, it doesn't really move. It doesn't seem like it's a living thing like we are. It doesn't have motion, muscles, and gooey parts. But it is, in fact, alive. And if you look at the inside center of a teeth, there's nerve endings, blood vessels, and all that kind of stuff that grow up through it. And when you're cleaning it, you need to understand about how the enamel inside it works, how the chemicals react on the acidity of your acid and of your saliva, and of the bacteria that sits on it, because they produce acid. So you need to understand all of that in biology, how bacteria works, how plaque works, why plaque is called what's called a biofilm, and how it eats away at the teeth, so that you know what can be done to prevent it from happening.
The last question is, do you like your job?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like helping people. I like informing students of what they do, because physics is kind of a boring, very math-heavy thing. So I try to make it at least a little more interesting by applying it to certain things and having labs where we light up things with lemons. Or I'd love to get one where I can shoot something out of a cannon, but just don't have a large enough basketball court. So.
That is all of the questions that I have for you, Mr. Dowling. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.